Hi, this is Dr. Marc and Dr. Colleen, and in today's video, this video is really the most important video or message that we've created, and honestly one of the toughest as well. So I encourage you, just stick with us here, watch this whole video. The message couldn't be more important. A lot of you who are currently active practice members and are been coming into the practice, particularly this summer, know this. Many of you don't know this, but the reason this message is so important is partly is due to the fact that it's about Dr. Colleen's father, Ralph, but mostly because it's ultimately about you. And so many of you know this, many of you don't know this, but Ralph, Dr. Colleen's father, was diagnosed with cancer over 14 years ago. It's been a long journey, a long struggle. She also lost her mother, to breast cancer several years ago. So certainly today's message comes from the heart, and it comes from our personal experience with our family. And so it's been a long struggle for Ralph. This year in particular, last couple of years, we've seen a decline, we've seen a deterioration, and it really shed light on a few things for us as doctors, as chiropractors, as wellness doctors. We feel it's important to remind people of a few things that really came to the surface as we've been dealing with this and struggling with this. So I'm going to let Dr. Colleen tell you a little bit about the background of the story, and you can take it from here.
I didn't even start talking yet. Like Dr. Marc said, we've been blessed in that my dad has been living with cancer for 14 and a half years in his prostate, and it metastasized to bone about 3 years ago now. So in the big picture, we're blessed that he's here, because I guess that's one of the good things of chronic illness, is it takes a long time to develop, and you can live with it. Some of us can live with it a long time, as a matter of fact, if it's managed properly. So that's part of today's message as well. But living with it for so long doesn't mean it's easy, and it's almost like a slow form of torture to watch bits of someone's life being taken away time by time, time after time. So I've seen firsthand that there have been many gifts and blessings along the way, through both conventional medicine and also through more wellness-oriented care. And he did very well early on with that traditional, the wellness care model. But I saw that once we had to dip into the conventional care, just how hard that is on the body and how much recovery is needed just to play catch-up with those types of treatments, like the radiation and surgeries and things like that, and how we lose a little bit of life as that goes on. So it's just been an ongoing lesson, and I know me personally, I've had to learn how to truly respect and honor someone's decision to go forth with whatever treatment they desire after researching it. And so much of it is faith driven. If that's where your faith is and that's where your belief is, I understand why people have to make that choice. But that's why Marc and I have also invested an enormous amount of our time in studying more integrative approaches, where if someone is going through traditional drug therapy or chemotherapy, radiation therapy, or any of the other chronic health conditions, not just cancer, but we know what we can do to support that person, their healthy function, while they're going through those types of treatments as well. So it looks like things are probably coming to the end of the line, where my dad's body can only sustain so much more after all these years. But still so many lessons for us in this, and so many lessons and solutions for us to pass on to you. So that's the purpose of today's message.
Yeah, and really, I guess the big picture we want to relate today, not a week goes by in the practice that we're not having a conversation with somebody who's on medications for a number of reasons. And number one, we want you to know, what's happening inside your body and what's happening with these medications. And there's a time and a place for medications. Typically, they're best used, to get someone out of a tough spot, a temporary duration. But we talk to so many practice members and so many people who are on medications for years. There's no end in sight. There's no expiration date on the prescription. And in questioning people, a lot of times they don't know anything about the drug. They don't know anything about what it's actually doing to them. They were just told they need to take this because of a lab result or because of a symptom. And medicine, medicine serves a place. It's great in crisis intervention. It's great in life-saving treatments. But when it comes to chronic illness, when you're trying to apply acute crisis care to chronic illness, it fails miserably. And it's no surprise that medicine is one of the top killers of people. And we talk about cancer, we talk about cardiovascular disease, things. Drugs, properly prescribed drugs, kill more people than almost anything else. And we feel it's important that if you're on medications, you need to know what you're putting in your body and what effect it's having on you, in addition to hopefully wanting or desiring to get off that medication. And that's where we can come in to play to help you come up with solutions, natural solutions that aren't harmful, but actually go to the root cause to help fix what's out of balance, what's wrong in the body, why are you sick, and ways to get you well. So one of the resources that we have is in plain sight. It's right on our website. We have a link on our website called the Doctor's Resource Center. We'll put a link below this video, but you can go there and there's a number of references. It's just a great resource to go. If you're on medications, you can go click and do a search to find out what's this drug doing to me. What are some of the side effects? Because in many cases, you get put on a second drug to treat a side effect of the first drug, and then there's a third drug to treat the side effects of the two combined. So you're never going to get better. You're never going to get healthy if you're chasing the symptoms and treating them with drugs or medications. So the Doctor's Resource Center is there. It's free. It's available 24/7. Again, we'll put a link below the video. It's on our website at lifetimewellness.net. And go there, look up what you're taking, look up the side effects, see if you're experiencing any of those. Look at also the interactions or contraindications. If you're on, sometimes people are taking two drugs and they should not be taken at the same time. Now, before they can get off the drugs, maybe one you got to take in the morning, the other one you got to take at night. But if you don't know that, you could be causing serious damage and worse problems just by not knowing. So take advantage of what we have on our website called the Doctor's Resource Center. And in addition to doing your own homework, because you need to be responsible for your health. You really need to not just take a pill because your medical doctor said so. You need to know what it's doing and take responsibility, because ultimately you're responsible for your health. No doctor or anybody else, or including us, can fix you. We can guide you, we can coach you, we can give you advice, but you ultimately need to take responsibility. And so this is an easy step. You can just spend a few minutes, look up what you're taking, and then if you're really looking to get healthy, to regain your health, to increase your energy, stop getting sick, reverse some of the symptoms, improve your life, get back to living your life the way you want to, call us up, come in, have a consultation, have a conversation with us, because we over the last 20 years, we have studied thousands and thousands of hours in the field of how does this body work? What makes it sick? How do we get it well, and how do we keep it well? And our solutions are going to be natural solutions through diet, nutrition, supplementation, what we call nutraceuticals. And we have a lot of effective protocols, a lot of effective methods to help you fix the underlying cause, figure out what is really the underlying imbalance and why your body's not as healthy as it should be, and help you navigate your way back and lay out a strategy to help get you there.
If I could add one thing, the one thing that is for certain, the difference between the main approaches in traditional medical care versus a wellness-oriented approach. You can't just call something wellness, by the way, and make it so. Wellness mandates that you're recreating function. If something's not doing that, if it's suppressing symptoms, that's not wellness. No matter how badly you'd like to call it that, it's not wellness. That's what separates us. So if you truly want to be healthy, you have to take the steps to create healthy function. But you don't know what they are because other systems aren't telling you that. It's not in their best interest to tell you that, by the way. So that's where we differ.
Modern medicine is what's referred to as the sickness model. It's sickness care, it's not health care. You never go to your medical doctor saying, hey, I feel awesome, what have you got for me? You only go when there's a symptom, when there's maybe a poor result on a blood test or some lab result. And so if you're living in the sickness model, you're not going to reach health. If your end goal, what you're shooting for, the results you're shooting for is a healthy body, you're not going to find it in a sickness model. There's a time and a place where that can be helpful and save your life, but it's time to shift your thinking into creating health, not just treating sickness. Treating sickness is like trying to get rid of darkness, trying to chase down a shadow and get rid of darkness. The only way to get rid of darkness is to add light, and that's health. So when you add more health, sickness automatically goes away, and that's where I think we shine. That's where I think we're very skilled at, is helping people understand why their body's out of balance, why things are going wrong, and how to get you back to health and back to living the life that you're intended to and you're supposed to. So we really want to encourage you, everybody that we all know struggle with, whether it's someone in their immediate family getting sick, a parent, a loved one, a brother, a spouse. We never want to hear the diagnosis of cancer or heart disease or diabetes or, God forbid, a heart attack out of the blue, where we lose people that are close to us. And far too often, that's what it takes for people to make a change in their life. Is some crisis happens, some emergency happens, some big wake-up call, and now they're ready all of a sudden to stop eating the fast food or making changes. And we want to, hopefully this message can serve as a forewarning, as a preemptive, let's take some action now, let's be proactive with our health, let's be responsible for our health, and that's what we can help you with. We can show, because there's a lot of confusion, there's so many books and TV shows and news reports and on the internet, there's just so much confusion, and people really, it's paralysis by analysis. They don't know what to do because there's confusing information. That's our job. That's it. We do homework every day. We're here to help you improve your life on many levels. Let us do that homework, and we'll show you the science. We'll teach you and educate you so that you can become responsible. I don't want you relying on me or Dr. Colleen. We want you to be empowered to take care of your health, but you got to take action. You got to want to get healthy. You got to want to avoid chronic illness, and you got to be willing to make some lifestyle changes and do the right things. It's not about being perfect. We're not asking that. We don't preach that. It's about being consistent and understanding the foundational rules and laws of health and vitality. So, number one, if you're on medications, go to the link, go to the Doctor's Resource Center, do some research, know what you're putting in and know what it's doing to your body, and then you can work with your medical doctor on either getting off these drugs or decreasing them.
Should be an exit strategy.
Yeah, there should be. It shouldn't be a forever thing. There's so many people on cholesterol and blood pressure and medications and anxiety medications. They're just expected to be on it forever. Well, that's no solution. So go to the Resource Center. You'll love the information that's there. Secondly, and most importantly, if you haven't been in the office in a while, come back in. Taking care of your spine and nervous system should be a huge priority. The science is unequivocal. The science we can't question it anymore. When your spine and your nervous system is working properly, that means your brain's working better and your whole body's going to work better. And there's just the stress we're under, not only through mental, emotional stress, but the physical stress. We're under super stress now. It's not just regular stress anymore. We call it super stress. Chiropractic is great for helping to dissipate that, and we've got other tools and techniques in the office. If you haven't been in a while, you really need to come in because we've got some great stuff going on. And so I just encourage you, let us help you get back on a healthy track, and let's do this. So go to the website, lifetimewellness.net, click on the Doctor's Resource Center. All our contact information is there. The phone number of the office is 248-628-4886. and we truly look forward to seeing you soon, and we hope you're well, and God bless you.